Hey everyone, bonus video this week. What? In case you didn't know, I recently quit my job for blogging. And it's crazy to say, but I'm very lucky to have this opportunity, and I'm hoping with the extra time I can bring more content to all of my platforms, including YouTube, because that's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time. Plus, this past weekend was Phamexpo, which is the professional hair and makeup expo. Basically, another one of those really fun shows where you get to shop all your favorite brands, see new releases, everything's on super discount, and they even have some makeup workshops done by professionals in the industry. So I wanted to show you my haul from Phamexpo. I made out with pretty good little haul for myself, and I thought you'd be interested in seeing what I got. Alright, first up, I'm going to be using this ASAP, but this is a brush drying tree, and it was $20, and I think normally they're about $30. And as you can see, you've got a bunch of different slots for brushes of various sizes, and what you would do is, once you were done washing a brush, you'd go ahead and stick it in like such, because the best way to dry a brush after washing it is drying it upside down, so that way none of the water gets into the ferrule of the brush, and so it doesn't break down the glue that's holding the bristles in, because if you're experiencing a lot of shedding with your brushes, that's one of the more common reasons why we would experience that. And I can actually fit 32 brushes in here, even though it's pretty compact, which is nice. So this will definitely work for like one whole brush load of mine, because I don't wash all of my brushes at once. I definitely do like the most used ones. So this should be able to accommodate all of those that I do in like one wash sitting. And then they gave me like a free travel bag for it, but I mean it's really just a big makeup bag, so I can use that for really anything, not just this, if I wanted to bring it with me somewhere. Alright, next, probably the prettiest purchase that I've made in a while is the Nicole's Nails and Nail Her collaboration in the Whisper Stiletto. So these nails are like these stiletto nails, they're pointy at the end, and they've just got this pearlescent polish on them, and they are so freaking gorgeous. So these are press-on nails, and they are reusable. And press-on nails have been my jam lately. They're just so easy. Every special event that I've had in the past year has been a press-on nails event. Right now I'm wearing some from the drugstore. These are the Kiss Instapress ones, but I always get compliments on them saying that they look really natural. So press-on nails have come a long way in the past few years, and this is the collab with Nicole, who is a beauty vlogger, and so she has her own set with Nail Her, and I'm really excited to try these and see if they actually like last a good while. We'll see how many uses I get out of these, but yeah, I've been loving press-on nails lately. Next thing I bought is really interesting, and they really just sold me when they did the demo of it. It's called the Color Switch from a brand called Vera Mona. And it looks like this, and you can see it's like a sponge inside, kind of like a Brillo pad or something like that. And so what this is for is if you take a brush and you dip it into a powder products only, so eyeshadow, face powder, etc. Instead of using spot cleaning spray, just so you can use the same brush with a different powder or color or whatever, you can just rub it into this sponge, and it takes off all the powder so that your brush is clean enough to go into a different color without doing any transfer. So I thought this was really cool, because sometimes, especially while I'm traveling, I only bring, for example, one blending brush, but I need to use that same blending brush on a few different colors. And when I use my spot cleaning spray in between, I have to really make sure that it's dry, otherwise the next color is gonna go on patchy because the brush was damp. So I think this is just a really cool little innovative product here. Why don't we just kind of test it out right now? Let me grab a brush. Okay, so I grabbed my Lexi 229 brush, and this is a blending brush, and I'm gonna dip it into a dark color so you can see the difference, or maybe like a really obvious color. Okay, so why don't we dip it into this blue, and I'm swirling it around, really getting that blue on there. So you can see that blue, right? Now I'm gonna just put it into the Color Switch. Pretty good. I still see a little bit of a blue tinge, but there's no blue coming off of it, so I would definitely feel comfortable using this with another color now. And then after this sponge starts getting dingy, you can take it out and just wash it with brush cleaner, and then put it back in, and then keep using it. So this probably last a good while for you. So my biggest purchase is probably from the LA Girl booth. They are a pretty well-known affordable brand. They're in like Kmart and some pro stores and even some drugstores, and they really just have great quality stuff for just dirt cheap. And then with the Phamexpo discount, it was like even cheaper. So one of the first things I picked up was this like 3-pack of products, and so all 3 of these products cost me $10 total, and they're all prep and set products. So first we have the Pro Prep Primer, which I used today, and it was very, very silicone-y, very smooth. And I put on top the new Milani 2-in-1 foundation, and it went on like super smooth on top. So very much like this. And then it came with a Pro Powder, so that's your typical kind of like HD setting powder. I really needed another one that was more like on the drugstore level, and this one actually comes with a powder puff, so you could totally take this whole thing, just throw it in your bag and use this as a touch-up blotter as well as for setting your makeup. And then it also came with this little mini of their Pro Setting HD spray, which I know I'm gonna get a lot of use out of because with summer coming and everything, I love spritzing setting sprays throughout the day to keep my makeup refreshed and to kind of cool me down a little bit. So all 3 of those were $10 total. So I also picked up 2 of their new eyeliner pens. So they're called Liner Matte Eyeliner Pens. They were selling them 2 for $10, so I grabbed black and white. I love how it has such a pointed, tapered felt tip, and it's also long, so you can really just stamp it on your eyelid and get a pretty thin eyeliner, or you can go ahead and swoop on a thicker line, and I did a little bit of a medium cat eye with it today. But yeah, especially with the white one, I'm looking forward to doing more graphic liner looks. And they're smudge proof and water resistant, which is again really important for summer because I already have oily lids, so I get a lot of transferring going on during the summer when I'm sweating. Of course, I could not leave their booth without picking up a couple of their Pro Conceal concealers. So these are super famous in the makeup community because I think normally they're like $3 or $4, and they're just super high coverage and they last a long, long time. So I got the colors Natural, which is pretty much going to be like my normal concealing shade, and then I also got Almond, which is this deeper brown, and I thought that I would use this for kind of like a natural contour shade, using it as like a liquid contour. So they were selling these 4 for $10, so I grabbed 2, and then my friend Jackie, who came with me, grabbed 2 as well, and she got the color correcting shades, which I was very tempted, but I feel like most of my concealers right now are color correcting and I need like actual colored concealers. Next I stopped by the Friends Beauty booth, and Friends Beauty is a beauty retailer, like a pro store, and they had a bunch of stuff going on. So they had a huge display for the brand Stylozzi, which is a pro brand, and I actually talked about them in the makeup show haul or preview, whatever, because they were there as well. So first of all, they had brushes that I just couldn't pass up. So I got this huge fluffy fan brush, $5, and it is so freaking soft, synthetic hair, and I used it for my highlight today. And I don't know why it took me this long to actually buy a fan brush to use for highlight, because I had always just been using like smaller blending brushes, and this is so much easier. You're just like this, and you're done, and you got highlight on fleek. And then I got this tiny stipple brush, which is gonna be nice for a range of different things. The smaller stipple brush that I used to have was the one from Real Techniques, which is what I really liked to use with cream blushes because it was small enough to actually like get in the pan. But this one's even smaller, so I can actually use it for like under eye concealing and whatnot. So I think a small stipple brush, everyone needs to get one. And then I bought some of their single shadows because they were only $2 a pan, and their pans are huge, so I added them to the couple that I got from the makeup show. So the new ones are these 5 right here. So I got this pale pink, which is actually, I think on the back it's labeled a blush, but I used it as a transition shade on my eyes today, and I feel like a lot of their pans can be double use, especially their matte neutrals. You can use it as an eyeshadow or a face powder, because I also got this deep brown, which I used in my crease today and as my contour shade. So super versatile. And then I got this freaking beautiful green, like, oh my god, this green is insane. I love it. I swatched it there and I was like, gotta have it. And then I got this blue as well, which is just as gorgeous. I love their satin finishes. They're just so pigmented. And then I got this copper as well, which you can see there. So again, their stuff is really great. So if you have a friend's beauty near you or someplace else that carries Stylotsy, super cheap, really underrated because their stuff is great. Last but certainly not least, I discovered a brand called Pinky Rose Cosmetics, and we stopped by because they had a beautiful booth. It was covered in roses. They had a whole rose wall that you could take pictures with, and their packaging was just so freaking cute. So all in all, I bought one lip gloss just because I couldn't stand how stinking adorable it was. And it looks like this. I mean, come on. It's got a little crown on top, the gold detailing. I can't deal. This shade is called Sexy, which is what I'm wearing now. It is actually just kind of a nude mauve, but I like it a lot for a lip gloss. It's super pigmented, and you guys know I'm not a lip gloss kind of person, but when it's pigmented like this, that makes it worth it for me. It is more tacky than liquid lipstick, but it definitely has all the color I want. That is everything that I got at Phamexpo. I think I made out only spending maybe like $120, not that bad. My friend Jackie spent a lot more. So thanks so much for stopping by. I'm hoping to see a lot more of y'all now that I am at home focusing on blogging as my career. And thank you for making that possible, because without you, I would not have that option to be at home playing with makeup and making that my job. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you go so I can stay at home playing with makeup and my cat. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye! It really reminds me of the Kat Von D tattoo liner. Like, that's how awesome this brush is, but I actually like the formula a lot more. It goes on